A witness recounts the tense moments as family learns of a tragedy. How did she leave? He picked her up. Do you know what time this was? I'm not sure, but around 10:15 or 10:30. Was there a request for you to go to the police station?
Yes.
Around what time? About 11:30 or 11:45. Did you want to go at that time? Not yet. We had work at 1:30 and were still in pajamas and random clothes. We wanted to change, brush our teeth, then go.
And were you able to go change and do the things that you wanted to do?
No.
Were you directed to report to the police station?
Yes.
Also, was there a point in time where you wanted to get anything from your car?
Yeah, like I said, I had work that day, and I needed to get my purse and wallet out of my car and some things for work out of it.
Were you permitted to get things out of your car?
No.
And when you were directed to go to the police station, was your sister there, or was she still with her boyfriend?
She was still at her boyfriend's house.
Okay, so did she meet you there?
Yes, she got dropped off a couple minutes after we got there.
And so, in the Porsche Cayenne vehicle, who was in the vehicle, like traveling to the police station together?
Me, my mom, and my dad.
Okay. And was anyone following you?
Yeah, the detectives in like an unmarked car.
When you arrived at the police station, when you were still in your car, what personal items did you have with you?
I had only my cell phone and my inhaler that I grabbed that morning.
And did you leave anything in the car when you went to the police station?
Yes, I left my inhaler in the car.
Why did you leave the inhaler in your car?
The detectives pulled up behind us and said it would only be like a short time to just meet them in the lobby and leave whatever in the car.
They told you to leave things in the car? Yeah. Now, once you get there, how soon after you does your sister get dropped off?
With less than 10 minutes.
Okay. So once your family is there, where in the police station do you go?
It was like through the front door, and there was like a little sitting area, like the lobby.
And do you recall like approximately what, I know it was a long time ago, so we're speaking like general approximations, but approximately what time did you get there?
Probably around 12.
Okay. And how long were you guys in the lobby area for?
How long were you in the lobby? Over an hour. What happened while you were there? I was getting impatient because work was at 1:30 and it was about 1:10. I asked the receptionist, "How much longer will this take?" At that time, my dad started screaming and crying. My uncle's house was on fire. He got a text from Ben saying he needed to go. Is that how your dad found out?
Yes.
I walked out the front door of the police station and I called my Uncle Corey.
Why did you call Corey?
Because I wanted him to go to my uncle's house and make sure everyone was okay.
And what, if anything, did you try to do at that point?
I had the car keys to my mom's car, and I tried to leave to go to my uncle's house.
And were you permitted to leave?
No, the detectives stopped me.
And why were you trying to leave?
Because no one was answering me. Sorry. So I wanted to make sure they were okay. Okay, I'm sorry.
Take your time. Ready? So now that you know Kate's house is on fire, what happens next?
I go back into the police station, and they start bringing us like downstairs to the main, I guess, area of the police station. And I was just like panicking. I was telling them my uncle's address, like they had to do something. And they were being very vague and kind of just hinted that they knew already. And it was being taken care of.
Okay. And where did they bring you?
It's like down a couple steps into like the main area of the police station, I guess. It's a bunch of cubicles that I guess the detectives worked at. And then we were seated in like a conference room, I guess. It was a long table with numerous chairs. Me and my sister sat next to each other, and then my dad and mom sat across from us.
How long were you in the conference room? Over 45 minutes, roughly. What were you doing there? I asked about their Wi-Fi because there was no cell service. They didn't give me the password, so I somehow got on their Wi-Fi and Googled live updates about my uncle's house.
Okay, so you were able to access like media and through Google?
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if I asked you this, but approximately what time is it when you get down to the conference room? Approximately.
Like 1:20.
And so what, if anything, are you learning through the media when you're searching things?
Objection, hearsay.
The media coverage, what did it regard your uncle's house?
Judge, I object to hearsay.
I'll allow that question, but no further as it relates to what the media is saying.
Yeah, just specific. Just the only question is like, did it regard
Yes.
your uncle's house? And now, at some point, while you're in the conference room, what is the demeanor of your family? How is everyone doing at this point?
All really upset. We're all crying. My dad's like struggling to breathe. He's crying. My mom's hysterical. I'm crying.
And at some point, did they remove you from the conference room?
Yes. They took me into an interrogation room.
Why are you calling it an interrogation room?
That's what they referred to it as, and it was a small room with white walls and a desk and a chair, and then no windows.
When they took you out of the conference room, did they take anyone else out of the conference room?
Yeah, they called me and my mom at the same time, and my sister and my dad were still in the conference room.
And did they put you and your mom together in a room, or
We
did
went into
they
separate rooms.
separate interrogation rooms?
Mm-hmm.
And so, who's in the room with you at that point?
2 detectives.
And what's happening now?
What questions did they ask? The first question, do you know who was shot outside your uncle's house? I started screaming and crying because I realized it was my uncle. Did they continue questioning you? Yes. How long did this questioning last? At least an hour.
And during the time that they're asking you questions, what, if anything, are you asking them?
I keep asking them if my cousins are okay, and no one would give me an answer. I kept asking to leave, and they said as soon as I give my statement.
And was there anything else? Were you under the impression that your cousins were located somewhere?
Yeah, they basically told me that once I gave my statement, they would take me to them. At whatever hospital they were at.
After they asked you some questions, now, did you give a statement in this case, like a typed statement?
When I was in this room, no, but they took me in another room later, and yes, that's when I gave a formal statement.
So the questions that you're referencing now, is that the same as your typed
None of
statement, or
those.
different?
Different, completely different.
So the statement comes later.
Yes.
So now it's just questions. Lasts for about an hour. And at some point, did the detectives leave the room?
Yeah, they left the room.
And what happens after they leave the room?
I was in there for a while, so I had to use the bathroom. So I tried to leave, and the door was locked, so I started banging on the door until someone opened it. And then they kind of were like, they escorted me to the bathroom at that point.
And after you went to the bathroom, then what happens next?
They escorted me back into like the main area of the police station with all the cubicles.
And were you with your family? Or
No, we were all separated at this point. I could see into the conference room, and I saw my dad's back. My sister was no longer in the conference room.
At some point, did they take your statement?
Yes.
And do you recall approximately what time they finally took your statement?
I don't.
Would seeing a copy of your statement refresh your recollection as to the time? I marked as D151. Approach.
Okay.
Do you recognize this? I'll take this one. As a copy of your statement?
Yeah.
Okay. Does it have your name on it?
Yes.
And it's looks like 8 pages long.
Yep.
And I think you.
Yeah.
Okay. And does it have a start time and an end time?
Yeah, it starts at 3:40 and then looks like it ends at 5:21.
Approximately 2 hours?
Yeah.
So at around 3:40, they start to take your statement. And after you gave your statement, what, if anything, did you learn at that point?
They finally confirmed that they all died.
And when you say they, who are you referring to?
My aunt, my uncle, and my 2 cousins.
And who confirmed this?
One of the detectives.
After you gave your statement, approximately how much longer were you at the police station for?
5.5 hours.
And for the entire duration, I know you mentioned earlier when you first found out that your uncle's house was on fire, you tried to leave, right? At any other point during the time that you were at the police station, did you make any other attempts to leave?
Yeah, at one point I had a panic attack and I wanted my inhaler, which was in the car, and they wouldn't let me get it. They just brought me outside to breathe fresh air.
Were you asking to leave at all?
Yes, the whole time.
And did they let you leave?
No.
An hour of waiting, a lifetime of fear. The courtroom hears the first moments of a family's nightmare.